Okay, hey, so recently I did the Barbarossa Brawl, making no military and surviving to minute 20. Just keeping our starting military and relying on buildings mainly to hold the enemy off. We'll start things off by building a market here, some house to block this trade off, and with the market we're gonna sell all our gold and get tons of stone, which is mainly what we need. Also selling a lot of food, because we don't need that much to it, and the villagers are soon gonna just conjure food out of thin air and give it to us for the war effort. Blocking this entrance here too. We have lots of houses, that's really enough to hold this part of the map because there's not going to be very much coming through here. So if you rush to the end, and then after 20 minutes I'm going to make a few Teutonic Knights, but one, those who don't really matter that much at that point. And we made it to 20 minutes without recruiting any extra military. So that part still remains true. Yeah, we're blocking this entrance here too with houses. Keep me very close to the castle. We don't want to get too far out with our buildings because that tends to make the AI way more aggressive, making them throw more units at us, which is not what we want. That's kinda weird how the AI works in this scenario. If we go just AFK from the very start, then for example the first attack from Bavaria never happens, and we just get attacked after that by Orange from the west. But here they're going to send a much smaller attack than usually, and they're also not going to attack us with knights, for example. They're going to send in crossbows and a trebuchet, which is really not that hard to deal with. The crossbows will mainly die to the towers, and that's perfectly fine for us. Gonna do a 2-layer wall of houses around the town center, which is gonna help us once the enemy has battered through our castles, because then they still need some time to get to our town center, and allows us to reach those 20 minutes very easily. As you can see, we have currently a very balanced economy, 10 guys on stone, and that's it, which is really all that we need. We have lots of starting resources, enough wood to really let's make a lot of houses, and enough food to keep our town center running, which I will not do for the whole game, which is something you can probably improve upon if you want to do this for yourself. Just keep producing villagers, lets you make those buildings faster, and you can later strike down some ramps with them. It's very useful. Okay, now Bavaria is coming, in a second at least. We'll focus our main defenses on the east here, because that's where the big push later will come in. And the west part is not that important. There's going to be some few rams and mangonels here, but by far not as many as are going to come from the east. We want this area off as well. It's kind of important to do this a little bit early, because otherwise they're going to rush you with scouts here and kill all your stone villagers, which obviously is not going to be good for us. As you can see, you get like 6 crossbows and a pikeman here, which is really not all that much. Seeing monk, but that one walks right onto our tower as well. Could snipe him, and the trebuchet. So yeah, as you only will have these 8 units to deal with it until the 20-minute mark, we really have to take good care to maintain them and not really waste them. Which mainly concerns our cavalry to snipe our trebuchets, and our mangonel, which can sit behind our defenses and shoot at rams, dealing very good damage to them. I deleted 2 houses here, so I can put another castle. And yeah. We're gonna move in soon and snipe that trebuchet. And as I said, it's really important that you keep those units going. Especially the mangonel. Would be really bad if we lost this in the first attack here without it really shooting at anything. It would be a terrible waste. Anyway, now we're gonna move on to the east to the west I mean, ready to deal with the Lorraine. We're gonna push it with some more units than Bavaria did. So we're gonna wait a bit at this coast here. For them to split the army up more, and then we can snipe the onagers. Make another castle here. And having lots of idle villagers. Which is fine. This is really not a very hard strategy if you just want to get to the 20-minute mark. I don't know if you can get to the 40-minute mark with without building any extra military. But getting to 20 minutes is fairly easy. Still have some houses left, and I'll never finish building these because they're kinda needed to get villagers from castle to castle. I think there's a spot here between the house and the woodland though, but this house is really not that much needed. They're gonna push through these two castles later in the end, when they're gonna push through. I should really have made more houses here. It's something as well that you should probably improve upon if you try this for yourself. Because this push kinda gets a little bit too close to comfort. But that's fine. Getting a second castle here. So really no reason to be worried. But could be much better. Chopping some wood here now. Also not really that important, we have all that we need right now. But hey, keeps the villagers busy. So we're going in now, to snipe the onagers and setting the scout on the monk. But he doesn't care, he takes the onager as well. Which is fine for us. We have Teuton bonus, we're gonna resist the conversion long enough. Now leaving again. And going back in to take the ram. Or not. I know I'm gonna snipe the trebuchets of purple. And that's where our four guys are gonna die. But that's fine. Not really needing them anymore anyway. If we can get those two trebuchets, that's gonna be very useful for us. Burn pressure is increasing on this side, but still not too much to handle. Trying to get some houses down here, but the villagers are being blocked by the houses. Could probably send those, but apparently I'm too stupid to realize that. Which is fine, this is a very stupid tactic for very stupid people, so no worries there. Okay, the units are moving in, so now we have time to attack with our cavalry. The monk is gonna convert a knight. But they're all gonna die anyway, so no big deal. Should have sniped that trebuchet though. Oh, I'm still gonna do it. Perfect. I'm getting my houses done here. We're just going enough to be delaying orange here. The main push has now started here from green and blue. And they're gonna take out our castle sooner or later. But we are sending in villagers, hopping them from castle to castle, and taking out the rams. So this castle will stay up a little bit more. Now it's just crossbows and pikemen here. No issue at all. Here's now some pretty much undefended rams. When you can just hop in more villagers from castle to castle. and strike them down easily. And the ram goes down. Should have sent those villagers here instead, but doesn't really matter that much in the end. But then again, things you can improve upon for yourself. 18 minutes, the first castle falls. And that's a pretty good mark. If you get that far without losing a single castle, then it's perfectly fine. They're gonna take a time to get through these castles, and then through houses, and then to the sea. And then the mission keeps on playing for a little while. So right now we will easily make the 20 minutes. Big issue. Nine minutes, and the rams are closing in. And they reach the house wall. 40 seconds left to get to the 20-minute challenge part. So if you really struggle with that and want to get the pretzel on a jar, maybe try this tactic. See if it works for you. Okay, now we're getting some Teutonic Knights here. I'm gonna send them out after 20 minutes. Yep, we did it. Survived for 20 minutes. And really these Teutonic Knights actually don't matter at all. I don't know why I made them, but doesn't really matter. We made it to 20 minutes without them. And that's all that we needed. Yeah, 20 minute 50. And I got the challenge part for that.